good afternoon, or good evening, depending on where you are. I hope this helps one person at the very least one person, um, because it helped me dramatically. I lost my job November 19th, 2024. I saw it coming, but I was praying that it wasn't. I didn't listen to my intuition, but luckily for me, I kind of see the signs. I've been in the workforce for 24 years since I was 16. So I kind of have some experience of, and I've had more jobs than most people can even think of that, I've had for, I'm 40, so, I've had a lot of jobs. So I never stop looking. Like, it doesn't matter if I'm happy at a company. If it's on my own company, I'm never comfortable. Like, I'm always on the prowl for a new job or a better opportunity. Um, let me get back to the topic. I lost my job November 19th of 2024. I had a trip planned with my niece and my daughter to go to two different countries. Um, Literally like a day and a half before my vacation started. I've had this in the works for like 9 months. And then, literally, the morning of the 19th, it was a Tuesday, I think. I think it was a Tuesday. I lost my fucking job. And I wasn't devastated. I was going to lie and say something like, "Oh, I was devastated," but I wasn't. It was like, okay, being sad isn't going to change it. Being sad isn't going to, fix the situation. So, whatever. Like, and it it did help that, um it did help that, they did give me a severance, a pretty nice severance. So, um I had already had money saved for this vacation I had planned, and they gave me a nice severance, on top of that. So I was pretty stoked. Even though, I mean, it's nothing close to, I would prefer to have a job at the time. So, but it was still something better than nothing. I've never gotten that in the past, some type of, severance package, but I did. So, after my phone call, I remember taking the phone call at my sister's house, and I had my Zoom meeting on speakerphone, and they pretty much let me go. I can hear my sister, I remember, and she still won't tell me. I heard her crying in the background. I heard her crying in the background because, shortly before that, a couple of weeks before that, actually, a couple of days, maybe a weeks or so, she was laid off of her job. Um, and my older sister was laid off of her job, as well. And so, literally, all three of us are unemployed at that moment. So I can hear her like in the background crying, but I wasn't. I still have yet to shed a tear about me losing my job. And I have two kids to take care of, you know. I don't know. I personally feel like it was something about me working for so many years. And at the end of my employment with that company, um, in all honesty, I felt like I needed a break. I was burned out. I was burnt. I was burnt the fuck out. Again, I've been working for 24 years, and the only time I took a real break was when I was pregnant with my daughter, and that was a total of what, like 6 to 9 months. I don't remember. That was 17 years ago. But that was literally the only time I took off. And then shortly after that, I went back to work. And I literally have been working consistently since then. And I'm sure a lot of us have. I'm not like an exception to the rule. Like, so many of us my age or even older or even younger, everyone, we live in a society where it's normal for us to constantly be working. And I know some people will say, well, you should feel thankful that you do. I would complain about my job, and even like my ex-boyfriend would be like, well, at least you have a job. Well, you should be thankful those people who you should be thankful for having a job. Yes. However, two things can be correct at the same time. Like I'm thankful for having a job, but I also hate my fucking job. And it's such a stigma. Ugh, it's this thing that people fucking have, like you're not allowed to, talk shit about your job because at least you have a job. You should be happy. You should be thankful. I'm like, yeah, fuck you. So, anyways, full circle. Full circle. I'm so I lost my job. I did not think twice about not going on my vacation. I went on that fucking vacation. We had a blast. I decided not to tell the kids that I lost my job until after we got back because this is their chance to have fun. And, my niece is 17 going on 18, my daughter's 16 going on 17. So I kind of feel like this is their last chance, not last chance, but last hurrah before adulthood, because I know they're not going to be able to afford this on their own anytime soon. I mean, I can, I pray that they do, but and the way, our society is and how expensive as expensive as everything is, I know that it's going to be extremely hard for them to travel. So I had no doubt that I wasn't going on I had no doubt I was going on this trip. I was going, job or not. Did I have moments throughout the trip where I was just like, oh shit, I shouldn't spend? Yes, but I did anyways because again, this is our vacation. I had planned this because this was initially supposed to be my 40th birthday present to myself, and decided to take the girls with me. So we have fun in the countries that we went to. We spent a few days in Japan and a few days in New Zealand. Only regrets that I have is not doing two separate trips, because it was extremely hard and tiring to travel to Japan and then to New Zealand in a span of 10 days. Because you spend a lot of it traveling. So, like, in the time differences, it's just, I want to go again, but definitely two separate trips or stay on vacation longer. Anyways, back to the topic. I'll be full circle. I promise. The shit I say, it comes full circle eventually. Um, just got a squirrel mind sometimes. I lost my job, and we got back from vacation, and then I told my daughter, literally the mornings we got back, I told my daughter and my niece that I lost my job. My niece had an inkling, but I told her not, and she kind of had an idea, but I just kind of like brushed it off. It's like, no, 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 like, don't, we'll talk about it when we get back. My daughter wasn't upset. She was just like, well, you gotta get back in it. So, just start looking again. And honestly, I wasn't in a hurry to start looking again. I know. I did look. Don't get me wrong. I submitted applications multiple times a day, every day. Um, the thing is, I knew I was going to find something. When I got fired, something in me said I was going to be okay. I guess that's the point of this video. I knew in my heart that I was going to be okay. Like, I just knew, like, I'm going to be fine. Like, I'm going to jump back. I'm going to get back on my feet. I'm going to find something else really soon. So I might as well take this time to relax because you have yet to have a full on vacation and just not worked. Like, again, the severance did help financially, but do you know how amazing it was and not even to sleep in, but just not be expected. And the job that I had was in finance, and it was very demanding. To have the only demands of me was to take care of these girls was nice. And I'm not saying like, I want to be a stay-at-home mom. Fuck that. I don't want to be. I want to be able to, make my own money, of course. And I want to be able to, be able to provide for them and put them through school. But it was nice not to, you know, have so much demanded of me at that time. And I loved it. I loved every moment. And I will say this, and not everyone's experience is like mine. So if it doesn't apply, keep fucking moving. But I enjoyed being off. I enjoyed my 2 months of vacation. And I say 2 months because I went on an interview actually last month. Like the begin, it was like I forgot what day, but I went on an interview. Again, at this time, I had about 5 interviews in 5 prospective, hires. Again, what I do, I'm in finance, and the type of finance I'm in is very high demanding. So I knew I was going to be okay. That could be a big part of it. Even though I do want to get out of the field, I hate it. I hate finance. It fucking sucks. I'm not great with numbers, and it's just not something I thrive in, and it's not something that I love. Like, who who dreams of fucking corporate America? It just sucks. I hate it. So I was in, and I definitely, and still in the process of getting out of getting out of this field of finance. But anyways, I went on an interview. Was literally, it was 5 minutes from my 5 minutes, literally 5 minutes from my house. Even though my last job I worked from home, which I love working from home. It's 5 minutes from my house. It's not as demanding as the previous finance jobs I've had. It's demanding, but not in the sense of there's a deadline. I mean, there are deadlines, but like it's not the same. It's not like, a hard deadline. It's more soft deadlines, and I'm able to work at my own pace. I'm able to make my own schedules, and I still am not saying that I love it. It's a job, and I do it because my girls are about to be adults. After that, then we'll see where this road takes me. Um, but I guess again, the moral of the story is, when you lose your job, it will, once you believe in your heart, just it'll be fine. It'll work out, and then move on from that feeling. And every time that panicky feeling sets in, like, oh shit, what am I going to do? What am I going to do? What's meant for me will be for me, you know? And it all works out. It'll be fine. You'll be fine. That's what helped me. Real talk. That helps me tremendously. Um, and I knew I was going to be okay. Hell, I went to a different country with no job and 2 kids. And I'm not balling. I wasn't balling. But I knew I was going to regret not going, if that makes any sense. I knew I would regret not going, so I did. Don't let your own thoughts stop you from, you know, doing what you need to do. You just sit, you tell yourself, and you genuinely believe it, that, it'll be fine. It all works out. And every time I get that panicky feeling, and then every time I say, you know what, was meant for me will be for me. Like, it calms that panic, that initial panic that you have. Like, it calms it for some reason. For me, that's how it helped. Um, you know what? What's meant for me will be for me. So, it is what it is. And let it go. I swear to God it helps. I swear to God it helps. Um, anyways, so let me go. It's Sunday, February 9th. Um, gotta get ready for work. It's 5:10 in the afternoon, so gotta get ready for work. I hope this helps someone.